Hey everybody, Tim with Nightscaping. Thanks so much for joining us today. Today we're going to take a look at Nightscaping's new universal mounting base and PVC post mount for the 4x4 and 6x6 line of bollards. So in the past, if you've ever installed any of our bollards or path lights, you've noticed this universal mounting bracket that we've used. You can use it this side for putting on top of a PVC pipe for a stake, or you can use it simply as mounting down on a solid surface or a pier and secure it that way. If you look at the difference between these two, you'll notice that this is a bent steel version. What we've done with this is we have actually gone to a cast stainless steel version, which is much heavier, very rigid, very robust. And the benefit of the stainless steel is it's not going to rust in the soil. So fantastic new base assembly. So let's take a closer look at these. We'll begin by looking at the PVC post top mount. You can see it has a nice rounded socket that fits the PVC pipe perfectly, so it's nice and snug. When you order the PVC post mount option in your base assembly package, you're also going to get shipped along with that a 30-inch piece of 4-inch PVC. And the PVC already has some slotted holes, as you can see in here, that are going to allow you to run wire out at various points, various heights. On the sides, you can see the 4 holes where you would essentially screw in the screws into the PVC pipe to secure it in place on all 4 sides. The way this would work is you would take your PVC pipe and you would slide it right into the socket until it's good and tight. You would tap it in with a hammer, and then you would just take your screws with a very aggressive thread and secure these down nice and tight. And I would use a nice wide pan head screw to secure those. Once those are in place, yeah, trying to remove this. Yeah, that fits good. Once you have this assembled to your PVC stake, you can install the PVC stake right away and you can level this out. Now, the way this works is we left about 2.5 inches here, as you can see, between the bottom of where the universal mounting bracket will be placed and the top of the PVC. There's about 2.5 inches, and that gap is left so that you can fill that area with mulch, and so that the bollard and the path light will not be in direct contact with the soil. So it does give you some options to be able to have that distance there as well too, which is really nice. The benefit of this PVC post base assembly, we made it so that it will work with either the 4x4 or the 6x6 universal mounting bracket. The internal holes that you can see here all the way around this, those are for the 4x4, and the outer ones are for the 6x6 brackets. So one size fits all, essentially. As you can see, if I take this 4x4 bracket and I put it over the top, you can see how the holes line up there for mounting the machine bolts in. So for this, you can see where all of the bolts go, and you would just tighten those down. The one nice thing about this universal mounting bracket is that it has slotted holes that allow for a degree of movement, so that if you don't get your base assembly set just the way you want it or slightly askew, you can still twist it and adjust it even after you have it installed and concreted in, which is a pretty cool feature of this universal mounting bracket. Now, if you're going to mount to a concrete pier, you don't need the PVC post mount. You can take your universal mounting bracket and you can fasten it directly to the concrete by way of the 4 masonry anchors that we provide with each base kit. Now, what you would do, obviously, you would mark the holes where you're going to put your bolts down through. You'd pre-drill those out and then install your expansion bolts into those holes, and that would lock down your universal mounting bracket into place. As you can see around the outside here, we have the holes that these Allen screws go into, and this is what is actually going to secure the bollard light to the universal mounting bracket. So once you've got those screws started into the holes itself, really all that's left to do now is take your path light or bollard and slide the wire down through your base assembly, and then all you have to do is simply just slide it right over those screws and then just tighten it down. And there you have it, the new Nightscaping universal mounting bracket and PVC post mount assemblies. If you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to us directly. And if you found this video helpful, please give us a like and subscribe below if you'd like to receive more updates and more videos about Nightscaping products. As always, thanks so much for joining us today.